Alright, so it is Monday morning, and I just got back from the gym. I think it's like week 7 out of 8 of my surgery rotation, and I wanted to talk a little bit about how I've been able to keep up with working out while on surgery. Going into rotations, this was something that I was pretty nervous about, was being able to stay in the gym and stay active while being on rotations. My first rotation was internal medicine, and honestly, I didn't struggle too much with staying in the gym. My hours during IM were usually like 7 to 3 or 4, so it was pretty easy for me to go to the gym right after being in the hospital. I strategically joined a gym that is in between the hospital and my house, so I really have no excuse because I drive right by the gym every single time I go to and from the hospital. So while I was on IM, I would be able to go to the gym pretty much every day after the hospital. Sometimes we would have lectures in the afternoons on honestly pretty much any day, so it sometimes changed around. Usually the lectures were at like 4 or 5, so on those days I usually couldn't go, but I kind of tried to build that into my workout schedule. I never like to work out 7 days a week. You should take at least one rest day. So if I had a lecture from like 4 to 6 p.m., I would usually just like make that my rest day. But between running and lifting, I would work out pretty much like 5 or 6 days a week. I think during IM I was lifting 5 days a week and running maybe 3, but that has changed pretty substantially now that I've been on my surgery rotation. So my hours have been a lot longer on surgery, and I have been needing to get to the hospital a lot earlier too. So with that being said, I can pretty much only go to the gym after my surgery shift, and on most days I get out between 5 and 6 o'clock. Now today is Monday, it's a little bit different of a day. So on my surgery block, Mondays are pretty much just core curriculum days, so a lot of times we don't even go into the hospital. We just have virtual lectures all day. One week we actually had like an in-person event at the hospital going over like trauma simulations, trauma lectures, but for the most part Mondays are just strictly lectures and we don't really go into the hospital. So I'm actually able to kind of dedicate that to a gym day because my schedule is just more flexible. Usually the lectures will start at the earliest 8, so I am able to go in the morning if I want to. I want to structure my day a little bit different if I want to go in the afternoon. Usually lectures don't run too long, so it's a lot easier than having to go at 6 p.m. after a 12-hour shift at the hospital. So that has been a nice contrast compared to IM. We didn't really have that for internal medicine. We would be in the hospital Monday through Friday. We would just have these random lectures sort of interspersed here and there in the afternoons, but it's nice to know that at least Monday I can get into the gym without worrying too much about having a crazy schedule. Now, since I've been getting out a lot later compared to IM, there's definitely days where I just have absolutely no energy and I end up skipping. And because of that, I've just kind of switched around my sort of ideal workout routine. Like I said, during IM, I was trying to get in the gym like 5 days a week, so I would do 2 upper body days, 2 lower body days, and then a full body day. The way that I've changed that around is I've pretty much been doing 1 upper body day, 1 lower body day, and then 1 full body day. So hitting each muscle group twice a week, which isn't ideal, but it's surgery rotation, so I'm trying to give myself a little bit of grace, really just trying to maintain stuff. Unfortunately, it hasn't worked out that way. I've definitely gotten weaker, but it's just kind of the best I can do right now. Alright, so it is Wednesday, and I actually got out of the hospital at a decent time. It's only a little bit past 5, which means I'll actually have time to go to the gym, so that's awesome. Didn't go yesterday because I was in the OR late and I didn't get out till like 6, so I was just like, oh, this is gonna be one of my skip days. I've also been trying to run a little bit more. I was neglecting it during IM just because I didn't really have any big races coming up. I did recently sign up for 2 that are coming up in the next few months, so I'll talk about that a little bit later. Honestly, running is a nice way of doing a bit of a shorter workout. When I lift in the gym, I'm usually in there for like 45 minutes, an hour, but if I come home, change into my running shoes real quick, I can go on a 3-mile run and it doesn't even take a half hour. So I have been trying to do like 3 days of lifting, 3 days of running, and I've been able to stick to that. And it's a way for me to still do something after a long day of work, even if it's not like an hour workout. I'm like, okay, it's a little bit later, I'm kind of tired, but this isn't even going to take me a half hour. So those are the things that I've been trying to do to at least stay active, even if I don't have enough time for like a full strength training workout. Usually the way it works is Mondays I'll be able to do an upper body day because, like I said, I don't really have a lot of clinical responsibilities, so I've ample time to do like a full upper body workout. And then my next lift of the week will be some sort of lower body thing. I've been moving away from just doing like heavy squats just because my body is just like so taxed from working a long day. So I've been doing a lot more like lunge work and things that sort of complement running. Hopefully once I get through surgery rotation and I have more time on FM, I'll be able to mix in some more straight up strength training. But for right now, I'm trying to do things that kind of just switch stuff up. Switching things up just makes things a little bit easier to get through once I've had a long day. Honestly, I think another reason why I've moved away from just like strict strength or like powerlifting is because I've lost so much strength. It's really disheartening to be really consistent with something, and I was doing really well during the end of preclinical and into IM, and then over like a month of surgery I lost a lot of strength just because I haven't been doing it as frequently. Honestly, for me, if I'm not squatting and benching like 3 times a week, I'm going to lose strength on those lifts. I've been doing some other things like a lot of unilateral movement just because it is a little upsetting to see my numbers decrease week after week. So I'm just kind of switching it up for right now. It is honestly crazy to see the difference in like my energy level and strength when I work out like on the weekend or a Monday compared to a weekday after the hospital. So whenever I work out after a shift at the hospital, I'm doing less strength work, more like hypertrophy stuff, and then saving my more strength training focused workouts for a day that I'm not working in the hospital. All right, so I'm out here enjoying an oddly beautiful mid-March day. It's been, that point in the year where some days it's beautiful, 65 and sunny like it is now, and then tomorrow it'll be 30 and raining. So trying to make the most of it while it is nice out. I actually went to the beach with Mackenzie, and we went on a run along the boardwalk. It's the first time that we've done that since we moved down here. We're definitely gonna have to take advantage of that more as it's more consistently warm. Yeah, it was only like a 10-minute drive since it's, not peak summer season. There's plenty of parking there, and then we just ran all the way up and down the boardwalk. There's a lot of people out. There's some nice shops around, so definitely excited to be doing that more. And it'll be interesting to see how long it actually goes. We only went on a 4-mile run, but I think as long as it's nice, I might try to do my long runs there, because I've been struggling to find places right around where I live to do a long run. I don't like driving somewhere to go on a long run just because I don't want to worry about like my keys and wallet and all that. But if I'm able to run all along the beach, then I'll have to just bite the bullet, because it's just so nice being able to do that. Honestly, my weekends are really where I'm able to sort of reset, regroup, get my studying in, but most of all, take care of my health and fitness. throughout the week, I may be able to get in the gym 1-2 days a week. Honestly, running has been a little bit easier now that it's a little lighter out, where even if I get home at 6, I can go on a 2-3 mile run, and it's still light out. So that's been nice. But in terms of getting in the gym, the weekends have been really helpful. I tried to have like my biggest full body workout day on Saturdays, where towards the beginning of the rotation, it was a lot of powerlifting stuff, which has kind of slowly decreased as the rotation has gone by, just because I'm not as consistent with the gym. So I'm not even really prioritizing like strength versus hypertrophy days. It's just kind of getting in there and doing something just to keep my progress. I've definitely gotten a lot weaker, which sucks, but that's just kind of what it is when I am going to the gym probably like 2 to 3 less days a week than I was in IM or, in preclinical, and just the overall built up fatigue of working a 13-hour day, having to get up super early, just not getting as much sleep as I'm used to. It's not surprising that I'm a little bit weaker. My goals of the surgery rotation are just to maintain as much as I could. I know that once I'm through surgery rotation, my days are going to be a little bit easier and I'll be able to spend more days of the week in the gym. But weekends still give me a fairly open day to not have to worry so much about timing, because, even when I am able to get to the gym after a hard day of work, I'm like, okay, this has to be 30-40 minutes max, because I have to go home and eat and study and go to bed. But on the weekends, I have a lot more energy. I can get up, maybe have some coffee, do a little bit of work, and then head out to the gym. I can spend, an hour and a half there. I can lift and run in the same day, just because my body isn't as taxed from doing a 12-hour day already. And I'm just able to have a lot better, more energized workouts. So I've been doing, like I said, my big full body strength training day on Saturdays, and then Sunday mornings I do a long run. That's what I've been doing, honestly, since I started running about almost a year ago at this point, is I would do my long runs on Sunday morning. I just think it's nice to get up, have that be kind of the first thing I do in the day. It really sets up the day in a nice way and just has become part of my routine. I'll usually do my long run and then film and edit stuff. So Sundays are very not like school focused, honestly. It's a lot of like personal stuff between fitness and YouTube. So it's days that I really look forward to. And thankfully I've been able to keep up with my long runs on Sundays. Since it's been colder in the winter, I've done a lot of like treadmill work, which has, its pluses and minuses. I obviously enjoy running outside a lot better than a treadmill, but as I'm so strapped for time, doing a treadmill workout is nice because I can like watch videos to kind of help me get some studying in. I don't do that too often because I like my workouts to be sort of my own personal time, but if I'm running 10 miles, I can, sacrifice 20 minutes to watching a video on some sort of surgery topic. I'm excited to sort of be done with surgery rotation in the sense that I'm going to be able to have a lot more flexibility again with working out. I am training for a few races right now. One is a Cherry Blossom 10-mile run in DC, which is the first weekend of April. It really worked out because I have my spring break then and I was going home anyway. So this is probably one of the bigger races in DC. So I've been training for that, not super heavily. I mean, I've done a few half marathons, so I know I can run 10 miles, and I'm definitely not trying to like set a PR or anything just because I haven't been able to run as much as I would like to. However, this is sort of being worked into a bigger training plan for another half marathon in New York City in May. So those are nice things to look ahead to. After surgery, I'm on family medicine, so I will have a lot more time to seriously train for the half marathon in May. And I'm really excited for that. Well, that is going to do it for today's video. If you enjoyed, please be sure to leave a like below and subscribe if you want to see videos like this in the future. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next one.